In 2015, Indrani Mukerjea was arrested for the murder of Sheena Bora, whom she initially claimed to be her sister but was later revealed to be her daughter from a previous relationship. The recent documentary on the crime sheds light on the challenges of uncovering the truth, as each individual connected to the case harbors varying motivations, ranging from genuine concern to more self-serving interests. Rahul Mukherjee, Peter Mukherjee's son and Sheena Bora's fiancé, was the only one who was desperately trying to locate her when she went missing. Vidhi, who shared a strong attachment to Sheena, found herself torn between her loyalty to her stepfather and her mother. Peter Mukherjee, potentially involved with Indrani in embezzling crores of rupees which were then placed in Sheena's name, had his own vested interest in the crime. Mikhail Bora, Sheena's brother, was financially dependent on Indrani and felt compelled to appease her. Sanjeev Khanna, Vidhi's biological father, appears to have some ambiguous advantage and supposedly aided Indrani in the murder. Finally, Indrani herself, despite overwhelming evidences implicating her in her daughter's murder, continues to deny the charges. It is in this tangled web of testimonies and agendas that one has to glean what is true, half-true, and outright lies. The extent of Indrani's manipulation becomes apparent in the documentary as she tailors her interviews to different audiences. This isn't to suggest that her statements do not contain truth in them. But as a former CEO of a media company who understands the importance of perception, we see that she adapts her narrative to align with the various contemporary movements. For instance, she appeals to the feminist narrative by discussing how she was criticized for her ambitions unlike her husband, and that the fire in her belly was something she got persecuted for. She also taps into the Me Too movement by shockingly alleging that Sheena was born out of abuse from her father, though many find it puzzling that she then entrusted both her children to be raised by him and her mother. Additionally, she plays into the Indian view of motherhood by showcasing images of her children on expensive holidays abroad, which she was not present but had funded it, showcasing herself as a beloved mother. Finally, by tarnishing the characters of Rahul and Mikhail, who testified against her by constantly bringing up their past cannabis use, she plays into the narrative that drug users are untrustworthy and inherently evil. In Indrani's personality and actions, we see echoes of Lady Macbeth from Shakespeare, whose complex character embodies a potent mix of ambition, manipulation, and inner turmoil. In Macbeth, she is portrayed as a forceful and determined woman willing to achieve her desires at any cost. Her ambitions knows no bounds as she urges her husband to fulfill the witch's prophecy by killing the king. Lady Macbeth's manipulation is both calculated and relentless. The archetype that they both embody is that of femme fatale, translated as fatal woman. The archetype, which can be seen in several works of art, is characterized by some key traits. First, she possesses a captivative seductiveness, drawing others to her with a combination of physical attractiveness, charisma, and sexual allure. Secondly, she is highly manipulative, adept at using her charm to control those around her, particularly men. Third, she harbors ambitious desires and pursues her goals with relentless determination, regardless of the consequences. Fourth, she embodies independence, often depicted as self-reliant and unwilling to conform to societal norms or expectations. In the process, she subverts traditional gender norms. Finally, the fatal woman operates within a realm of moral ambiguity, challenging conventional notions of right and wrong. Professor Camille Paglia writes, "The femme fatale is one of the most mesmerizing of sexual persona. She is not a fiction but an extrapolation of the biological realities in women that remain constant." However, we also see that beneath the facade of strength and determination lies a deep-seated vulnerability and inner conflict. Despite her outward assertiveness, we see that the archetype is marked by a profound internal struggle, grappling with the weight of their ambition and the moral implications of their actions. All of them meet a tragic end as they deviate from what is the truth to a world that they have created for themselves.